What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 156th edition, the bonus episode. We got a bonus topic that we forgot to talk about for this week's episode, and I felt like it was really important that we get to discuss it. So that's why we're coming right back here to have one more topic for this week. Let's welcome my co-host, Cousin BigThad. He is on the road.
Yeah.
devoted to get this content out to you all, but he is doing this safely. He is not looking at his cell phone. He is listening. However, we are glad that he was able to come back for this. BigThad, what's going on? How did your billiards go?
Billiards went all right, man. Went all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't win my match, but I shot well. So now I'm, in the streets of Baltimore right now. Getting ready to do karaoke at a spot.
Hey,
Mother's in Baltimore.
That's what's up.
It's lit down here in Fat Hill right now. I'm driving through and there's people everywhere right now. You know what I mean?
So, real quick, before you get to karaoke, have to bring this topic up. It was brought to me by my good friend Donnie Bedney on Instagram. Donnie Bedney had this. He shared this tweet or this post from someone on Instagram. And I'm going to bring it up here for everyone to see. And obviously, to those who will end up listening to this later, I will describe the tweet. Here we go. It is a picture of a picture of LeBron James. And the post is from Matt. Someone named Matt on Twitter. They go by @SpawnHorn. I don't know what that means, but regardless, whatever. He had this question. If you're LeBron James, would you rather have the 3-1 comeback against the Warriors and 4 championship rings, or 6 rings, but the 3-1 comeback never happened? And I'm sitting here like, this is the reason why people hate LeBron fans. This is the reason why people hate LeBron fans. Because why is this even a question? And why is this even a question that ended up making it on ESPN's Instagram page?
Right.
This is ridiculous. But we're here. So let's discuss it real quick. Thad, if you had to choose, which one are you going with?
I'm going to go with 6 rings. I mean, don't get me wrong. Coming back from 3-1 down in the series it's a hard feat that is damn near impossible. But I would definitely take 6 rings over 4.
Yeah, to me this makes no sense. Like, why are we even having this conversation? Outside of entertainment purposes. But this is the thing with LeBron James fans. They always want to come up with reasons for why he should be the greatest of all time when it comes to basketball. And I feel like if you got to start digging down into this stat that, LeBron came back from a 3-1 deficit to the Golden State Warriors, which were 7-3-9, that has to mean more than other championship rings that other stars have gotten. Let me ask you this question. Why were the Cavs down 3-1 in that series?
Right.
Like what? Why were they down in that series?
Man,
Like
I don't know, cause
Jordan never in a series where it was either a 50-50 split among who would win or as a favorite was not
right,
down 3-1.
right, right, right,
You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen.
right.
So this is the annoying part of the conversation when people bring up. I've heard it from people like Nick Wright who have said, "Well, LeBron has come back from 3-1 deficit. That has to mean more than one ring." And I'm like, "What? No, no, that doesn't. He's won one. That was a championship ring. It was his third at
Right,
the time. He now has four, but that doesn't
right,
give
right,
him like automatic like jump over people who have actually won more than him."
right, 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 right.
it'd be
Oh
one
man.
it'd be one thing if you're trying to compare someone who had 3 or 4 rings, or even three or four, where you're sitting there like, well, you know what? Let me start digging through the stats and stuff, and you're like, well, that one championship that LeBron James did win against the Warriors, that would put him over the edge. Yes, but when we're talking about the comparison of 4 and 6,
Right.
like, come on. And then when you bring up 6, we know what you're referencing to. You're not
Right.
referencing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who won 6 championship rings. You're referencing Michael
Right. Nah. Nah.
Jordan.
Right. Right.
so
Right.
so now you're asking, which career do you really want? And I'm sorry,
Right.
I'm taking Michael Jordan's career. What do you got to say about that thing?
I'm definitely taking Michael Jordan's career. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, everybody wants to be like, well, he hasn't played as many games as LeBron or as many seasons yet at that high quality level, and how he had, you know, they like to say that Jordan had all stars around him, and I mean he had Scottie Pippen, who I'm not even sure how many All Star games he was in with Jordan, but when you look at the quality that LeBron has had around him compared to what Jordan had, there's no comparison. You know what I'm saying?
I would
Huh?
say I would say this. I think some of the teams LeBron has had, he's had just as good or better talent than some of the teams Jordan had. I think everyone, when it comes to Michael Jordan, tries to compile like the best of the best. Like they'll say, oh, he had Scotty and Rodman, and then they'll also mention, well, he had Horace Grant too, and John Paxton and BJ Armstrong and Steve Kerr. And I'm like, yeah, and they were all on different teams, like different runs.
Right.
he didn't
You know
he
what I'm
didn't
saying?
he didn't have those guys for all 6 rings. Like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, killing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that's one thing that gets me with some of the LeBron stands. As like, don't get me wrong, LeBron's one of the greatest ever. You know what I'm saying?
One of the greatest ever, for sure.
One of the greatest ever. Can I put him as the greatest? Not by any means. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen pretty much both of their careers, and I would still put Kobe up ahead of him. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
I would still put Kobe right up above LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. We gotta
Okay,
wait.
and then
We gotta wait till summertime to do this. We gotta wait till summertime to do
oh, I know.
this. We got when
You
we
know what
come
I'm
up with
saying?
our 2.0 of the 50 greatest
Right.
NBA players. But man, but yeah, man, I just shout out to my boy Donnie Bedney who brought this to my attention, and I posted on Instagram, and I said this might be the most. I said this is the stupidest hypothetical I've ever seen. Like
Yeah.
when it comes
Like
to
who?
sports.
like who wouldn't want 6 rings over 4? Like I just don't understand it. Like yeah, I understand. Actually, has there been any teams that ever came back from 3-1
Not in the NBA
besides?
finals.
Okay, but they've come back in other,
Other
other
series
aspects. Yeah,
like other parts of the postseason, yes, that has happened.
right. So I, it just gets on my nerves, man. Like that's just a dumb question. I don't even think it's a. That's not even like a thinking about it hypothetical. That's just a dumb hypothetical altogether.
I just feel like it's
Like
all reaching.
yeah, yeah. I don't get it. Like who cares about coming back 3-1? You know what I'm saying? Over okay, coming back 3-1 to win a championship over 2 championships. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
no, I would want all 6 because there's 2 more championships, 2 more rings. Like who doesn't want to get 6 rings or 10 rings or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Your goal in the NBA is to win championships and win rings,
Mm-hmm.
not to come back 3-1 in a series. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense to me, man.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. And the crazy thing about it is, I don't even think this would be a conversation if LeBron had already had 6 rings. And let's say, because LeBron's been to the finals, I think, 11 times? Let's say he was 6-5.
Right.
That's more impressive than going 6-0, in my opinion. In my opinion. 6-0 is great. You were undefeated, but you also only went 6 times compared to someone that went 11 times. and
Right,
and
right, right.
and it was, it could have went either way in those times.
Right,
Like,
right,
to
right,
me,
right.
that's more impressive that you were able to do that, in my opinion.
Right, 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 right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, let's keep it real. We all know if Jordan didn't go to baseball, he'll be 8-0.
Quite possible.
You know what I'm saying?
Quite
You know what I'm saying?
possible.
Especially since those teams, what was it? Both of those teams just missed.
Yeah,
I think they
94.
both
Scottie Pippen
they
got
just
cheated out of a travel. He got a travel call in the Eastern Conference semis
yeah.
in Game 7 when he led that team. And then the next team, Eastern Conference semis, they ran up against the Orlando
Yeah.
Magic, but that was when
Magic with Shaq.
Jordan had just came back.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Came back in March of that season.
right.
Came back in March.
And
Playoffs started in April.
right, wasn't even in basketball shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, wasn't even in basketball shape and still had a chance. Like, what? So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, everybody's good. You got the stands that's always doing stuff, so it is what it is.
Well, Big Thag, I want to thank you for coming back on for our bonus episode.
No problem.
You
No
know,
problem.
fighting the elements, driving while on a podcast.
You
Oh
know what I'm
man.
saying? It's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
just me driving. Either I would have been listening to a podcast or doing a podcast. So, hey, it is what it is.
So yeah, man. So shout out to my boy Donnie Bedney. And I said that we were going to talk about it and just forgot to talk about it during our actual episode. So I was like, nah, man, got to do a bonus episode for this, man. Big Thad, I want to thank you for everything that you do I want to
Thank
thank
you, Beth.
everyone who will tune into this and listen to it. Until next time, everyone, sports reality. Peace.
Peace.